Hello, welcome to another video winning Wall Street's money. This video is discussing the products of currencies, FX, cryptocurrency, and Forex. First will be the futures contracts of the FX and cryptocurrency that trade on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Then will be the Forex. Institutional Forex trading takes place directly between two parties in the over-the-counter market, meaning there are no centralized exchanges like the stock market and the future market. The institutional Forex is instead run by a global network of banks and organizations. So first here, we are looking at the future contracts that again trade on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. This is a cryptocurrency, the biggest and the widest traded. Bitcoin. Here on the right is the US dollar index. It's comprised of several currencies. The three largest heavily weighted currencies in the US dollar index is first, the euro, makes up more than 50% of this index. Second is the yen, and third is the pound. These are weekly charts. So each of these candles represent a week. Since this week, the close of Friday, the candle closed red. That means it closed lower than its open. Also, we are in this consolidation area. Prior weeks, we were trading up here, building consolidation area. We broke below it, making another consolidation area. Staircase pattern down. I labeled a few key areas. I'm looking for potential prices to test and potential trade ideas. This was consolidation. I labeled the mid area. And if it comes down there and tests that, I'll look for a trade idea, either a reverse going up or breaking below it. Closer to it, I have the high and low of the past weeks inside this consolidation area. Supply zone, demand zone here, supply zone here. So again, the price is rejected here in the past, so I'll be looking for prices to go up here again. If they reject it, I'll look to trade short. If they come down here and test this and reject going lower, this demand zone, I'll look to go in long using faster time frames. Looking here at the US dollar index now, you can see there were consolidations past weeks, making a staircase pattern lower low. The current consolidation, we broke out of it this week. So now the trend is reverse, making a higher high, higher low. And I'll be watching as it comes into the mid-range of this big candle, just above 95, and potentially the 96 range price levels, since that was a bottom consolidation area. So that's what I'm looking for, potential testing those price levels and setting up for reversals to go lower. Now we're looking at the key currencies, the 6 major ones. All these trade in the futures market. How do you know it's a futures? The futures symbols start with a /. So also currencies in the futures market start with 6. So we have /6. The E represents the currency name. In the futures market, all these currencies are paired with the US dollar. So when these prices are going higher, these pairs are gaining strength against the US dollars. And in inverse, when these prices are declining, that's giving strength to US dollar. Here we're looking at the euro first. The euro's in a consolidation area, testing the low of it. There was a lot of sellers up here. And we'll see if the trend is going to go lower. And if it does, I'm going to be seeing if it touches this midpoint as a potential trade idea for reverse to go higher. You see the bigger trend, consolidation, breakout to the upside, consolidation, breakout to the upside, so staircase patterns. We'll see if it has a natural pullback or not. The Japanese yen, consolidation levels, and each consolidation is making a staircase higher high. The past 2 weeks we've been trading higher than this consolidation area. This yellow line going horizontal was a swing high. We tested it, prior week rejected it. This week we broke above it, rejected it, and closed back lower. Yeah, so there's sellers up here. So I'll be looking again, potential retest up here, potential shorting, or testing the midpoint, potential buying. The bigger picture is the consolidations are showing it's going higher high. Looking at the British pound, This consolidation made a reverse and now trending lower, 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 lower high. I already labeled the midpoint of this consolidation area. So out of these top three currencies, we can still see the euro is much closer to its high. The yen is way off its high from this year. And the British pound is mid-range of its high of the year. Let's go to some of the other ones. The Canadian dollar, was building consolidation here, broke below it, below that big round number, 75, and back inside another consolidation area. So I'll be watching it test this midpoint, potential trade eye there. Swiss franc had a consolidation, broke out of consolidation, closed below it, and also took out a swing point. I'm watching it, expecting to go lower, see if it tests this big round number, 175. And if it rejects that, maybe a potential idea to go long. Or the bigger picture is it also comes down to this consolidation here, tests that. On the faster time frames, I'm watching for rejections to trade. Australian dollar, one of the strongest currencies against the US dollar this year, or maybe the strongest currency against the US dollar this year. So broke out of this consolidation, huge trading range for this week, huge. Rejecting, closing below this big round number of 70. Yep, so, and also we'll see if it comes down lower into this consolidation, test that. Again, each of these are weekly. The faster time frames would be the daily or intraday time frames. So now we'll go look in the currencies that trade on the Forex market. How do I know they're Forex? The symbols in the Forex require 6 letters. The first 3 letters followed by a slash, the last 3 letters. So the first 3 letters represent the stronger currency, the dominant currency, followed by 3 letters to the left, to the right of the pair. So all these are mixed pairs. So again, this first one's euro, US dollar. Already discussed that in the futures market, but I'll go over it briefly here again. We can see the euro for the year has been making a staircase pattern higher high in each of these consolidations. The euro yen, the euro is the first 3 letters, it's the stronger currency. If the price is declining, that's in favor of the yen. So the past 2 weeks, the euro yen broke out of consolidation, declining. That's giving strength to the yen. I already labeled a demand zone here. The euro, British pound. Again, the first 3 letters, the euro followed by British pound. So the euro is the dominant currency. And we're still within a tight trading range above this consolidation. That's good for the euro. Strong for the euro, weak for the pound. The past 2 weeks made inside candles. That means when there's a yellow candle, the high and low do not go above or below the prior trading range. That means indecision. Indecision. Looking at the euro Canadian dollar, it's in a consolidation. It broke above this inside candle from last week, rejected going higher and closed back inside of it. More indecision. The euro, Swiss franc, huge consolidation for many weeks. It's building a coil, and when it breaks out that coil, that would be the new trend. The euro Aussie dollar, huge consolidation over several months. And again, huge candle this week. So the first 3 letters are euro, second are Australian dollar. So the up price is good for the euro, bad for the Aussie. Yep. Just watching this as the coil gets tighter and tighter to see what breaks out for the next trend. So looking here briefly at this euro pairs, the strongest currencies that are taking the euro down here be one, the Australian dollar, since this decline here gives strength to the Aussie dollar against the euro. So the other ones, some of them are more consolidations we see. Let's go to the next big currency pair, the second biggest one in the US dollar. That's the yen. So here, top left, USD, followed by JPY. So if the prices go higher, that's good for the dollar, and vice versa. If the prices go lower, that's good for the yen. We already discussed this in the futures market as the /6 J, but here I'll show you again. We can see the staircase pattern, lower low. So the yen is gaining strength against the US dollar. And the three safe haven currencies that the world usually goes to: 1, the US dollar; 2, the Japanese yen; 3, the Swiss franc. Now we're looking at the euro yen here. We have the consolidation and broke out to the downside, giving strength to the yen. British pound, yen. We had consolidation prior periods, making staircase higher. We have a deep retracement. That's giving strength to the yen because the first 3 letters are the pound. So the second 3 current letters are yen. So as a decline, it's giving strength to the yen. Again, flight to safety. You see flight to safety on several currencies. Here we go with the Canadian dollar yen. Also, the first 3 letters Canadian dollar. So the price declines, that gives strength to the yen. Broke out as consolidation, going lower, testing inside this prior consolidation. Strength to the yen. Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Again, the 2 safe haven currencies besides the US dollar. So first 3 letters Swiss franc, followed by the 3 letters for the Japanese yen. So increase in prices favor to the Swiss franc, whereas prices declining here favor the yen. So we broke out this consolidation to the downside, which favors the yen. Look at that, we came right into the midpoint almost of this prior consolidation. So I'll be watching this closely for potential breakthrough or reversal for a trade idea, and looking for triggers on a faster time frame. Aussie yen, we already determined Aussie is super strong against several currencies. Now looking at the Aussie yen, the first 3 letters are Aussie, but we're declining the past several weeks, giving strength to the yen. Wow, a lot of flight to the safety in the yen. Very interesting. Let's look at the last one, the pound. Already discussed the pound US dollar. Pound yen already discussed. Pound euro already discussed. Look at that, the pound Canadian dollar. Yep, declining prices giving favor to the Canadian dollars. The British pound is getting weak against many currencies. And look, the past 2 weeks, inside candles, indecisions. Pound Swiss franc, still in a tight consolidation here, but we closed green, made a higher high, higher low. That's favor the British pound. And the pound Aussie dollar, already discussed that. But we'll go over that again. Look at that, broke out the inside candle to the upside, back in consolidation.